Italian doctors and nurses who refused to get vaccinated against COVID-19 can now return to work.
Here's a summary of the article.
Italian doctors and nurses suspended over their refusal to be vaccinated against COVID-19 can now return to work, Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni said on Monday. Italy became the first country in Europe to make it obligatory for healthcare workers to be vaccinated, ruling in 2021 that they must have the jab or be transferred to other roles or suspended without pay. These are the names of the 24 Italian healthcare workers who have died during the coronavirus pandemic. Italy was the first European country to be hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic in early 2020, and has since registered nearly 180,000 deaths. Ms. Meloni said the move, which has been criticized by the center-left as a win for anti-vax doctors, would see 4,000 healthcare workers return to work. Far-right Giorgia Meloni makes history as Italy's first female prime minister. Ms. Meloni's post-fascist Brothers of Italy railed against many of the measures during Mario Draghi's government, when it was the main opposition party, and she had promised to use her first cabinet meetings to mark a clear break in policies with her predecessor.
This post received a score of 14,000, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Just as a reminder to people who have forgotten, Italy was one of the few countries right at the start of the pandemic that got absolutely fucking ravished by COVID. The fact that there were so many anti-vax and anti-mask healthcare workers after what happened there is astounding. They are not so much, about 1.000 medical doctor out of more than 400.000, 25%.
I learned during the pandemic that in any group whatsoever, there's probably approx. 1% of crazy people. Doesn't matter if it's truckers, doctors, Nobel Prize winners or just random people on the street. That's just something one sadly has to live with when living in a society, it seems. The issue is that this horrible 1% are blown way out of proportion and dominate the media and live rent-free in our heads.
Some groups it's more than 1%. Yeah, generally my life experience tells me that out of 100 random humans in a room about 8 are real pieces of shit. 1 is criminal, 80 are normal but not that bright and the rest are really cool and smart. I wish the cool and smart were the 80 but it's just not that way.
Fun fact, everyone likes to think themselves as in that final 10%.
Nah, I'm definitely in the 80.
80 gang represent.
I see from the comments that humanity has not decided to give up stupidity yet.
And that's just relatively progressive Reddit. Then you have Twitter shitshow and the godless cesspool on Facebook.
This place isn't progressive. It's just barricaded by ideology into echo chambers. X sub is right. Y sub is left. Z pretends to be centrist but is actually full of Nazis, and so on. This sub is what I'd call left of center, but it's a huge default sub, so everyone comes here. Subs like these seem to be huge targets of trolls and misinformation peddlers, so whatever the overall leaning is, you get all types.
It's progressive by weight. There are conservative-aligned subs, but compared to the main and progressive-leaning subs they're vastly outnumbered. Those conservative subs are great at vote brigading.
It is okay for them to get COVID now. There are now enough rooms and intubators to support a new wave of deaths.
We have much better treatment protocols and understanding of the entire process. Not getting a vaccine is beyond stupid, but if you want to play stupid, go ahead. Now at least we won't lose people who we can save treating morons. We just treat them.
You are forgetting that it is still highly contagious and people with comorbidities are still in danger even if vaccinated.
Medical professionals that don't trust medical science maybe should choose another career anyway.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.